name is Zelina Chinwa. I am a licensed clinical psychotherapist. I talk all things mental health, people pleasing. I think that is something that is very common. If you're here by reading the topic or you're a people pleaser, you're in the right place. When we talk about people pleasing, that ties into your fundamental years, and we'll get into that later, all right? I just wanted to start that off first because sometimes it's like, well, why do I do what I do? Why do I have a problem with telling people no? That is the number one sign. Let's go ahead and jump into the signs because I know y'all ready. Y'all ready for them, right? Why do you have a problem with telling people no? The number one sign for people pleasing is they struggle with telling people no. They have an extreme difficulty with telling people no. They will contemplate. They will often put their needs before others. They will justify the reasoning. And what we see is they have a hard time often accepting reciprocity. As a therapist, what I've seen over the years in working with people that have a difficulty or they're ex-people pleasers or they're currently coming into the understanding that they're in people-pleasing mode is that they will rationalize their happiness for the sake of others, thinking that one day that this fantasy will play out, that this fairy tale will play out, that their happiness will come from the good that they give to others. And I'm here to tell you it will never happen. And you say, well, why? Oh my God, well, why? I know if I'm good. See, that's the golden rule that you live by, right? You put the golden rule that you've all been taught in life, and I'm gonna tell you, you've been taught wrong. Oh, did I say that? Did the therapist tell me? The golden rule is if I'm a good person, then good will come to me. What? Or if treat those well and good will come to you. That is the biggest. Who said that? I live by the golden rule. Now, it is good to do good things, but don't you ever think that living by the golden rule will always equal that good things will come to you. That is the biggest misconception and myth that keeps you stuck and discombobulated, attracting toxic people in your life. Well, how does that tie into me people pleasing? Because in some shape or form, you've been taught along the lines of, if I keep doing good things will happen to me. If I keep doing good for others, I know one of these good old days, somebody gonna finally come along and treat me right. Wrong, 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 wrong. And I said it again, wrong. See, the thing that you was not taught was to not ever value yourself, number one. And that is the recipe for disaster that makes up people-pleasing 101. That's what they never want you to find out. And I'm going to tell you that as a therapist. And you wonder why you keep attracting toxic and you can't let go of toxic people, because if they can only see the good in me, you really live in a follow the yellow brick road and waiting on the Wizard of Oz to show up and Dorothy, click your heels 3 times. She not coming. The only thing that's coming is the witch herself. You've been taught to understand that if I continue to make you feel that if you can keep pouring into me psychologically, right? Psychologically, I have entrapped your mind to keep giving to me. That's the narcissistic number one goal, is to keep you entrapped. People pleasers often say yes to requests, often feeling overwhelmed. Well, how does that tie into childhood? Because they have that difficulty and they're taught, you do as I say and not as I do. You learn the perception of do as I say and not as I do. Don't follow what I say, but you better do as I say. You know, if you get that finger and then you get that fear placed in you. And I don't want to make you mad because they show you the wrath of God that one time. And then it's like, we get silent. And then it's already discombobulated. It's already put into your mind of, oh no, I never want to make you mad, Mom. I never want to make you mad, Dad. I never want to see that side of you again. People please. You cannot do the same old thing expecting different results. This don't change. Nothing changes. Another thing that people pleasers do that they do often is they over apologize. People pleasers often over apologize. They're always sorry. They're always sorry. I'm just so sorry. I just can't get it right. I can't. They're always thinking is they're the problem. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. Why do they do that? Why do they do that? First of all, in real time, let's say you're an adult people pleaser. They apologize excessively, even for times when things are not even their fault. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. Because it's so safe for them to say, I'm the problem. It's me. I did it. Because I don't want to make anyone upset. Well, why do you do that? Because it's just so easy for me to psychologically make things better. I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. I would rather just take the blame. I just want everyone to feel better. And it's just so easy. That's scapegoat behavior. You normally see that growing up, especially if your home environment was really toxic, chaotic. If you were the person in the family where there was a lot of tension, dysfunction, let's just say you grew up in a home environment where there was a lot of fighting or disarray or tension. It is so easy for you to say, I'm sorry, because you just want things to get better. If I can say I'm sorry as a child, and mom and dad is coming home and fighting, or mom and brother, or mom or sister, and mom's always upset, or dad's doing something. We see that very commonly in those type of environments. It has been commonly innate for you to always apologize. Even in your adulthood, just take the blame and shut up. Just be quiet about it. The bickering will go on, and you learn at an early age, if I can just say I'm sorry, that may just get them to be quiet. I'm sorry, it's just okay, let's just move on, y'all. But we know that doesn't fix anything. It just stuffs it under the rug. Just kind of slides it under the rug. And you always just tuck it under, all neatly, pack it together. And nobody ever checks on you. You just put out the fire. Because you never want to make anybody mad. You just always want the peace. And it always go back to the first one. Because one day, I'll get my moment. I'll get my moment. I will get my moment. Because this is all going to come back to me. You're still living in that Disney World fantasy. Watching the Disney Channel fantasies. Having the Disney Channel or whatever show raise you. Fantasizing. I noticed that children that normally raised in those type of home environments, those childhood adverse home environments, TV shows normally raise them. Put your TV show that raised you, that you watched and you escaped the world from. What was your thing that you did? Put it in the chat. I want to know it, because we all had one. Mine was the Cosby Show. Claire Huxtable, golly. Until we found out what really was going on, right? No one's perfect. No one's perfect, right? Family Matters, right? Wow. Till we really found out what was really going on behind those sitcoms. The Cosby Show. The epitome of Claire Huxtable. Brandy. What shows raised you? When you can escape in your room and all this single mom home, and you're like, oh my God, man, if I could just escape. What was your escapism? What did you do? What show was it? Was it a cartoon show? The fourth one is avoiding conflict. Oh no, going back to it, we don't do conflicts. Oh no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, because those conflicts remind you of what? We suppress our emotions. We don't like conflicts. One of the reasons why people pleasers avoid conflicts is because it reminds them of the PTSD that they had. People pleasers often are reminded it's deeply rooted issues. People just don't become people pleasers overnight. That is something that's often rooted in past experiences. We often see that. You may think, oh, that just happened. I just don't know why I do that. When we start doing a biopsychosocial as a therapist, we get to the root of that. We look at your childhood. We look at your biological. We look at your foundation, and we start pinning it out. It may not come out right then and there. It may take months, and we start looking at what happened. And honestly, I tell my clients this: when you start changing for the better, understand everybody's not going to be excited about the change. They're not. They're just not. But that's when you know therapy's working. And therapy's not for everybody, especially when you're a people pleaser finally coming out of this cycle, coming out of understanding that it's not about them, it's about me. It's finally picking me. People are not gonna be happy that you're finally picking you. It's not gonna that's all we talk about. Listen, understand what comes along with that. People are upset because they can't control you how they used to. And it's not about them. Everybody has their own life. It's just really really sad that people want to control their life and your life. And when you pick your life back from becoming an ex-people pleaser, you're going to piss people off because they can't control and manipulate you. That's why the healing journey is so important, to get connected into support. Because if you don't have that solid support, you're talking about this type of toxic behavior been going on for years. This is life changing, and it's work. And if you want to live, not exist, you got to do the work. You have to do the work. And there's layers and layers. I talk about that in my book, Today I Love Me. I wrote a whole book about it. If you're not ready to do the work, at least go get the book. The book is on Amazon, Today I Love Me. The book is especially written from the basis of people pleasing. It's taking your life back. It's really teaching you how to live unapologetically by letting go of the things that no longer serve you. Go get your life back. It's yours. How dare do you feel so entitled to take my life and then have yours? Oh, how greedy are you? How self-centered are you? That's insane. You can't even control yours and then you want mine? Come on, that's not fair. But people do it. People do it. And that's the part of, no, we don't get to do it like that anymore. You say, I need to take back control. So when you start thinking, okay, I matter, when you say that to me, the next question is, are you willing to take the journey? Because it's not an overnight thing, it's a journey. The goal was for them to continue to deprive you of your energy. The goal was them to keep you suppressed. The goal was them to keep telling lies on you, to keep you down, so that I can continue to take from you. I can continue to manipulate you for my own good. The goal was for them to never let you find out how dope you really was, how great you really was, to keep giving to me. Because if you ever figure out how great you are, the real gag is you had it all along. That's the real gag. But it was being dimmed. It was being dimmed and being dimmed by people, places, and probably yourself, because taught. You didn't come out the womb like this. Who taught you this? Who taught that? Who taught you to people please? Who taught you this? Who taught you to consider others? Who taught you to always consider the golden rule? Who taught you to always live, if I continue to do good, if I continue to put you first, if I continue to make sure that everybody else is good? Who? I got to make sure I'm straight first. Because how in the heck am I going to continue to pour from an empty cup and nothing is in there? How am I going to give you? Psychologically, there's nothing in the cup. You've drank it all. You took everything out of it. There's nothing for me. People pleaser? How is that possible? If I keep giving you and then wait on mine. Because it said they have difficulty saying no. It's no way. So the gag is, if you ever bet on you first, because if I build me up first, I'll be able to see who's around me who has my best interests, because I build me up first. But if I continue to people please and keep being depleted, I have nothing else to give to even build myself up. I've given it to you. But you've been taught, given to others as those would give unto you. Only narcissistic and toxic people know the real gag. That's why you keep attracting them. Another thing people pleasers do, they constantly need approval. Please tell me I'm doing okay. Please tell me I'm doing good. Even with you that's been taught to be strong, you don't need all that. Even when you're hiding your emotions and your affections, please. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody. Who you fooling? Who you fooling? People pleasers get it a lot. And they secretly keep taking it. Because they're normally taught abuse early on in life. If I keep taking this, I just know good. If I keep getting beaten down, I just know it's good is coming. I deserve this. Who? What did you do? Who did you something? I don't know. Just life. Life is always hard to me. Have you checked the people around you? How they doing? Oh, is woe unto me too around them? Oh, it's your fault, huh? It's your fault why their life is messed up, huh? That's normally what I hear people pleasers say as therapists. That's normally what I hear a people pleaser would say. Their accusers, the toxic people in their life are normally telling them, you're the reason why my life is gone bad. You're the reason why I don't have what I have. You don't know better. You'll start believing that. Because it's the same narrative over and over and over again. You will believe it. You know why you believe it? You don't know your word. But people pleasers often neglect personal needs. That's what they often do. They will often put people over others. And they oftentimes find themselves not vocalizing their what? Their needs. One of the things that I've noticed, and I've seen this over time, is that people pleasers have difficulty standing up for themselves, especially if you've been silenced. And people's words can silence you. They can make you, feel that you're not adequate enough. And we go back to psychology. You have to be very mindful of who you allow to talk to you. Because one thing is this, it's not the heart of the matters that will get you entangled and get you discombobulated and get you confused in life. It's the mind that will get you entrapped, stuck in time, have you missing out on life. Have you so disarray to the point of missing opportunity, missing out on life, until somebody has really used psychology, mind games, to really make you feel less than, to you neglecting personal needs, not vocalizing your needs. And normally what they do that with psychology and words. They do that with wordplay. Imagine that person doing it to your ears. You worry about who's hurting your heart. I don't want you to worry about who's hurting your heart. I want you to worry about who you're talking to. That's why I'm so big on telling people, cut them off. Block the numbers. Stop talking to them. Because you say, oh, they got my heart. No, ma'am. They got your mind. Your mind gone. Block them, please. Spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever you have to do. It will continue to become a cycle. And once it's implanted, especially if it reminds you of something that you have literally been exposed to in your past, and they know it, they know that about you, like a narcissist will do, oh my God, it will literally play over and over in your mind, keeping you stuck. You want someone to play on your mind, it's always done with mind words. And that starts again in, like I said, we see that a lot repetitiously in childhood. You'll never be nothing. You're just like your mom. God, you don't do anything right. Oh, you're so stupid. Oh, you're so dumb. You're going to be just like her. You're going to be just like your dad. Because it is very triggering. This is very triggering. Because I know that the information that I am providing to people is what? If they ever unlock the real truth about who they are, it would unlock their greatest potential to become their greatest self. So I know that the work that I do is way more than just being a therapist. And that's me personally, and what I do as a therapist, and what my calling is, if that makes sense. I'm not for everybody. This is my destiny. This is my purpose. And one thing about that is I'm walking in mine. I just want you to walk in yours. And you'll know when someone's walking in theirs is because why? I don't have to put people down. I don't have to go and make other people feel less than. I'm just doing my job. And I'm going to do it with great passion. And I want others to do theirs with great passion. I hope that these things have helped you. Don't take it personal. Take what applies. And I will see you all soon.